Bixby's recovered a fumble at the 45. Play action fake, guns one. It is caught. Touchdown, Spartans. The middle, he's got a hit of steam. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bixby. Rolls to his right, the pressure as he throws. It's picked off. Interception. It's over. Bixby is the state champion in 6A Division II in Oklahoma.
Welcome into the Green Country Mitsubishi Bixby Spartan Coaches Show. And what a week. And into the playoffs we go. Lauren Montgomery, head man of the Spartans here. And Lauren, wow, what a way to finish up the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fun game, a hard-fought game against the Sand Springs Sandites, who always bring very physical brand of football. They're well coached, and proud of what our guys did. We were able to come out in the second half and stop the run, and then establish a run on the offensive side of the ball. And me being an old line guy, that's about as beautiful of a thing as you can have working for you.
Yeah, and you get that Sand Springs connection. That's a tough bunch, Kennard, all the way down. The team that emulates their coach.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they take on the personality of their head coach, and he's a tough guy. He's an old lineman, a heavyweight wrestler in college, you know, that sort of thing, and they take on that personality, and so it's always a fun game. And we've gotten to play those guys. We got to play them twice in 2014, twice in 2015, and you know, looking at the bracket, there's a possibility we could match up with them again here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, after playing them in the title game. Well, we'll get to the highlights a little bit later on. Obviously, we have our Player of the Week coming up, a Youth Team of the Week. But let's talk about practice, which is important all the way through. But now, hey, you're getting ready for the first round of the playoffs, and we got that matchup to talk about with Putnam City West. Time for our Communication Federal Credit Union Practice Players of the Week. Yeah,
Jake Wright, number one, a sophomore. He's a running back, inside linebacker for us, a big, thick-necked, physical kid. I tell you what, he takes the mold of a whole lot of our guys, the senior guys, and he's just an incredible kid, incredible work ethic, weight room guy, and so he's given us a great look, and we want to recognize him. And then this week we had our freshmen up with us since their season's over, and so the ones that don't go to second sports stay with us in practice. And Trevin Holt, his grandfather Ron, writes up the game articles each week for us, and Trevin's just a super smart kid, great personality. And he was first one to jump up for any kind of scout team duties all week. And so we want to recognize those guys for making us better this week.
Yeah, the Holtz. Good family.
Great family.
All right, Lauren, coming up later on, we'll have Brendan Evers as our Raising Cane's Player of the Week. And we got some highlights, big-time game to finish off the regular season as the Spartans took on the Sand Springs Sandites. All that coming up.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Green Country Mitsubishi. We dare you to compare. Communication Federal Credit Union. Connection with you. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love for the game. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Jim Norton Toyota. Come experience the Jim Norton way. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Matthews Ford. Go further with Matthews Ford. Hot Coffee Design. Find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Roofscapes Exteriors, a roofing company you can trust. And by TTCU, the credit union.
Customers know where they can find the best selection and the best price. At Matthews Ford, you won't be hassled on the lot, and we treat our customers with respect. Matthews Ford gives you a direct price that you want for both new and used vehicles. Come see us at Matthews Ford off Elm and the BA Expressway.
Want to know how to get the highest car payment possible? By taking whatever loan rate you're offered and doing zero research. My advice, shop for a loan that's right for you. I'd start at Communication Federal Credit Union. We've very competitive rates, and right now, you'll roll off the lot with no payment for the first 3 months. Come to us first. Communication Federal Credit Union, connecting with you.
We're obsessed with perfection and here for you every day. Standing up for Toyota quality, that's the Jim Norton way. And Green Country, you're our family, and our hearts will stand and say, we're overflowing with pride in Oklahoma. That's the Jim Norton way.
As As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks, but not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers!
Well, the Spartans finish off the regular season at home against the Sand Springs Sandites, and we'll talk about the first round of playoffs coming up, but we have a lot of highlights to talk about. And Lauren, you knew they're tough. We kind of established that with Sand Springs. Your team finishing off, you want to finish off strong going to the playoffs.
Right. That was something we weren't able to do in 2015. The Sand Springs shut us out week 10, and it had a lot of our guys questioning how good of a group we had, how good of a football team. As any loss will, but week 10 we felt like that was a tough thing to deal with, and then have to go on the road all the way down to Lawton last year, first round of the playoffs. So it was an important thing for us to get that win Friday night and host a playoff game, first round of the playoffs.
It gives you some momentum. The first half. Great first half, in fact. Let's get some highlights. Take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. Opening up with that defense, and Sand Springs was driving down, and we said no big plays for touchdowns. And then we made them snap it some more, and they put the ball on the ground, fumbled out there, throwing the bubble screen. I believe that was Kobe Tillman that recovered it right there, and we come back out and we throw the bubble screen right here. And Zach Riddle doing a good job from his slot wide receiver position, picking up some tough yards, and then we come back right here. Nick Swanson from the slot receiver position. He's usually a wide guy, makes a great job making a catch and picking it up. And we throw a little play action post right here, and the safety bites on the dig, and we hit the post over the top to Eric Calton Watkins. And the old turf monster got him and tackled him at the 1, and we come back and we run the power and get in the end zone for Tucker Pauly's first touchdown of the night. Tucker had 4 on the night. You got the defense out here. They throw the bubble screen right here. Just a great play by Colton Tafoya. Down in his cloud position out there at corner, and you see us rallying up inside right there. Colin Farley, Kobe Tillman. Kobe had a big night with 26 tackles, just phenomenal. But that defense doing a good job slowing them down, getting the offensive ball back right here, and we run the little play action comeback out to Swanson. Not only does he make a big grab, he picks up some yards after catch. So that's a big conversion, getting us out of a hole right there. And then Tucker Pauly right here on the inside zone play right up the middle behind a big wash block by Bryce Bray and Joshua Neerman. Proud of those guys and what they did. Josh had a rough week, and he responded extremely well. Had some family things going on. I'm proud of him and what he's doing there. Come back with some bubble screens, and the inside zone play bounces right here to Tucker. Tucker does a good job of hitting everything up inside, but man, if a team loses contained, with his speed, he sure will exploit you there. And we hit the stretch play behind a big kick-out block by Joshua Neerman and Bryce Bray right there, getting a quick edge and coming back with a kickoff return. Special teams in the playoffs are always huge. This is our 4th kickoff return for a touchdown on the year. Clayton Barber, this is his 2nd. Young sophomore, just showing a ton of shiftiness and his ability to make things happen with the ball in his hand. Picking up some really good blocks there, so winning in the special teams game was a big deal for us. Ethan Hall with a little pressure, and this could have been a big play of the game right here by Cade Cannon. Sand Springs is a great team, and he sniffs out the screen pass, and they didn't go back to it all night long. Ethan Hall right there, Chandler Price, both just so physical on their side of the football. Tucker Pauly right here running the stretch play, getting vertical, downhill, punishing people when they come up and try to tackle him with a little double move right here. Great pass protection, nobody open down the field, and Tanner making a wise decision, not trying to force anything, scrambling straight up the field. Tanner having a good night, very proud of the things he's doing. Peyton Scott, Sand Springs running back, getting tripped up by Brendan Evers and then cleaned up by Kobe Tillman. Coming back right here, Peyton Scott, a tough little running back, had over 100 yards in the first half and then had about 13 yards in the second half. So proud of the adjustments our defensive staff made. Great pass protection right here. You'll notice Pierce Hiblin doing a good job picking up blitz in the middle. Once again, Pierce with the inside pressure blitz. He picks it up. Tanner hits Nick Swanson out here, moving the ball right before halftime. And throwing the ball down the field. And I tell you what, Sand Springs got some very good defensive linemen, but the ability to slow down their rush with our offensive line was big for Tanner. Last night we come back, we throw the screen pass right here to Tucker. Tucker getting in behind Bryce Bray and Josh Neerman and Pierce Hiblin, scrambling, and unfortunately we weren't able to punch that drive in, but it takes us into half 21-13, Mark.
Yeah, we knew it would be a great game and a good one there at the half. We've got second half highlights coming up next.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks, but not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Customers know where they can find the best selection and the best price. At Matthews Ford, you won't be hassled on the lot, and we treat our customers with respect. Matthews Ford gives you a direct price that you want for both new and used vehicles. Come see us at Matthews Ford off Elm and the BA Expressway.
Thousands of Oklahomans have relied on a roofing company who has built its reputation on trust. Roofscapes Exteriors knows that a roof isn't just a roof, and a customer isn't just a customer.
We loved dealing with the same point of contact from start to finish. The whole experience was just perfect.
A roof not only insulates and protects your home and family, it's nearly half of the visible appearance of your home. Contact Roofscapes Exteriors today, 918-364-ROOF.
Green Country Mitsubishi Buy One Drive One sale going on now. Buy a new Outlander and drive a new Mirage for free for 24 months. Only at Green Country Mitsubishi. 2017 7-passenger Outlander, sporty with advanced safety features, only $367 a month. For 2 cars with 0 down. Plus the Rockstar 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Buy a new Outlander and drive a new Mirage for free for 24 months. Green Country Mitsubishi in Bixby. Online at gcmitsubishi.com.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Green Country Mitsubishi, and we're looking at this past week's game against the Sand Springs Sandites to close out the regular season, getting ready, obviously, for the playoffs. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. But at halftime, you had a 21-13 game with Sand Springs, and you know you're going to get more of Peyton Scott in that second half.
Yeah, certainly. You know, we had to come in and talk about some things that were hitting us with the one-back power a little bit, and we were overrunning it in some cases. And, you know, effort was great. We were getting great push from our defensive line, but we were creating some creases. And so we had to make some adjustments there. And then offensively, we liked what we were doing in the first half offensively, but we put ourselves in some positions with some silly penalties. And no offense coordinator likes 2nd and 25. So anyway, we worked to get those cleaned up, and let's take a look here of how that worked out in the second half. Come back out, defense does a good job right here, as you talked about Peyton Scott, stuffing his run right there up inside. You know, they try to come back, and right here, bad snap, and their quarterback makes a tough decision, and Colton Tafoya makes a wonderful play right there with the interception. Those turnovers are big in a game like this, and just a gaping hole right there on the zone play. Tucker does a good job of bending it back. We come back here and we run a counter play, or excuse me, a power play, and Tucker does an excellent job getting in behind his blocks, hitting that in A-gap and getting vertical once again. We run a counter play when we spit the bubble screen out to Brendan Presley, and Brendan doing a good job with his feet. Very electric player, just anticipating wonderful things from him, and so he's a good threat. They honored him all night. It really helped the running game, and right here in behind Isaiah Lakin and Josh Owens having good nights. Tucker Pauly gets in the end zone. Our defense, once again, the stuff in the run. This week's player of the week, Brendan Evers right there. About 3 yards into their backfield, and I tell you what, when you get that kind of push, it just really helps your linebackers and everybody else swarm around the ball and open their vision up. So proud of what our defensive line's doing. There's Kobe Tillman right there, such a violent player and an even better kid. We run the power play right there. You'll notice Isaiah Lakin, Tucker Pauly doing a good job of bouncing that thing, and what a great run on his part. Tanner drops back here, and he finds Clayton Barber over the middle. Proud of Clayton. Just a big night for the young sophomore, and Clayton has a lot of shiftiness to him. We come back right here with a little screen pass to Nick Swanson, and Nick does a good job picking up some yards after catch, kind of making something out of nothing. And once again, the power play right here up in A-gap behind Tucker Pauly. We changed our scheme up on it this week, and hats off to Coach Birch, our offensive line coach, and Coach Snyder, our offense coordinator, for tweaking a little scheme that we felt like really helped us up inside with the tackles. We run the ISO play right here and spit the wide receiver screen out there. Just being able to throw those wide receiver screens, we didn't have a lot of big plays on them the other night, but the big plays came in the running game because of the way they're honoring it. And then we run the power play behind Ethan Hall, in our jumbo set, Brendan Evers and those guys. And that takes us to a final score of 35-19, able to get our 15 district points, and more importantly, secure the second playoff position and a home playoff berth, Mark.
Let's take a look at the stats from the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, like we said, 35-19 score. We had 27 first downs to Sand Springs 19. Big night offensively, 493 yards total offense to Sand Springs 315. Passing, 254 to their 172. We played them a little bit soft, and so we're going to give up a lot of short range stuff. Which is why you see the 172 number. Rushing, 239 yards on the ground. Such a big number, especially entering the playoffs. Penalties, something we're really going to focus on this week. Eight penalties for 85 yards to their 2 for 20. That's a big noticeable stat. We're even in turnover margin. Each team had 2 turnovers in passing. Tanner Griffin, 25 of 34 for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tanner having a really good year. Throwing and his completion percentage and number of interceptions is the thing that I'm most proud about. Rushing, Tucker Pauly, 35 carries for 231 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's a career night as far as number of carries for Tucker. Braden Roller, 1 carry for 5 yards. Receiving, Nick Swanson, another 100-yard game, had 11 catches for 114 yards. Although we didn't get Nick into the end zone, I think he had a streak of 7 or 8 games with a touchdown reception, but he still had 114 yards. Eric Calton-Watkins, 1 reception for 51 yards. Zach Riddle, big night, 4 catches for 36 yards. We're so proud of him. He's battling a little adversity himself. Clayton Barber, 2 receptions for 24 yards, and then just an astounding night by Kobe Tillman. 26 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 1 hurry. Colin Farley, 14 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, our defensive player of the game. And then Ethan Hall, 8 tackles, Ryan Matthews, 8 tackles. So just a lot of guys having really good games, and this is the time of year where we want to have those guys step up, Mark.
Well, first round of the playoffs, and it's a team from the West, obviously matching up with 6A2 Division 1 against Division 2, and you're taking on Putnam City West, 7-3, and a team that they've had some nice wins. They got a big quarterback, about 6'5", 240, Gooch, and the receivers going, I believe, to Memphis. So they've got some talented kids.
Yeah, and you said it, 7-3. They're a team that's managed to find ways to win all throughout the year. Very talented. Their wide receiver core, they've got the big receiver that's going to Memphis, but then they got 3 other guys that they can spread the ball out to if you double cover him. So a lot of good weapons, a good tailback, just enormous offensive and defensive line. So we're going to have a great week of preparation and a good game plan and be able to go out and execute it well at Lee Snyder Field on Friday.
All right, so it's the Putnam City West Patriots, 7 o'clock at Lee Snyder Field, first round of the 6A2 playoffs. Your team right now, we talked about, hey, you're developing some different playmakers. We saw something from Barber. You've got a lot of different options there, and that's nice going in the playoffs. And then your defense is playing with that edge we saw. Let's say a couple years ago, a person noticed it with Casey Say, that bunch, and then last year's team turned it on when they got the playoffs defensively. They've got that edge to them. Yeah,
the thing we like to see defensively is all those hats around the ball, and we've got some violent tacklers out there, and so that's such an important thing. When a quarterback is getting hit every snap or the running back is being violently tackled, it makes them more likely to turn the ball over, that sort of thing. And then, excited about some of our playmakers. You mentioned Clayton Barber, Zach Riddle with a big night, and then also Eric Calton-Watkins, all around. Tucker Pauly just continues to step his game up behind our offensive line. So got some real leaders emerging, and that way it's just not a one-man band type of deal.
All right, well, congratulations on a great regular season, and look forward to another great run.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Mark.
Okay, that's going to do it for this segment of the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show. Coming up, one of those defenders that plays with that edge, Brendan Evers, our Raising Cane Player of the Week.
Want to know how to get the highest car payment possible? By taking whatever loan rate you're offered and doing zero research. My advice, shop for a loan that's right for you. I'd start at Communication Federal Credit Union. We've very competitive rates, and right now, you'll roll off the lot with no payment for the first 3 months. Come to us first. Communication Federal Credit Union, connecting with you.
Thousands of Oklahomans have relied on a roofing company who has built its reputation on trust. Roofscapes Exteriors knows that a roof isn't just a roof, and a customer isn't just a customer.
We loved dealing with the same point of contact from start to finish. The whole experience was just perfect.
A roof not only insulates and protects your home and family, it's nearly half of the visible appearance of your home. Contact Roofscapes Exteriors today, 918-364-ROOF.
I'd heard of TTCU, but I didn't really understand the difference.
We really want everyone to, know what's going on, what the process is. We have members that come in all the time just to ask us a question. It might not even have to do with TTCU. It just might be a personal finance question. The difference is simple. Everything we do is for the members.
Not-for-profit, member-owned, TTCU, the credit union.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Coaching Show, sponsored by Green Country Mitsubishi. And as always, we have our Raising Cane's Player of the Week about this time on the show. We turn to senior defensive lineman Brendan Evers. Brendan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about your season overall. How do you feel you've done, and how do you feel you've progressed as a player yourself?
I think I've really grown tremendously as a player each year that I'm in this program. Coach Montgomery definitely put together a great coaching staff that all these guys who we first came into this program as 8th graders have definitely grown into the young men we are now.
All right, you're a big kid, big guy. You were probably a big kid when you started playing football. What time did you start playing?
Parents made me wait till 4th grade. They were kind of scared about it, didn't really know. They thought I wouldn't like it, wanted me to stick to baseball, non-contact sports.
Scared you might hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well, we're going to talk about your future plans here in just a minute, but overall, your play inside, it's pivotal, and your team's doing very, very well. Now heading into the playoffs, take on Putnam City West. What do you look for as far as looking at this team that you're playing?
I know they've definitely got a really good, talented, huge quarterback back there who can definitely get it to the Division I receiver that they have, and they definitely have weapons to score, and I know their defense can give us some problems, but I think we can definitely pull one out easily on them.
All right, well, you got a big shot here. You got possibility 3 gold balls before you head off, and let's talk about that now. Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing to be able to have this opportunity that's been handed to me by Coach Gunny and his coaching staff. It's definitely great to see all the hard work that I've been able to put in and finally reap a profit.
Well, let's ask this question. What was it about Oklahoma State you liked?
Just how welcoming it is in the program. You don't see as very many teams that in Division I football that know your name and everything about you before you even step on campus, and they definitely they recruit me since the beginning of my sophomore year, and it just, I feel at home there.
All right, well, great job, great season, and I know you got a lot more work to go, and then off to college. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, Brendan Evers, senior defensive lineman, and that's our Raising Cane's Player of the Week. Now, our Youth Team of the Week is coming up. That's sponsored by Midwest Sporting Goods. We'll head on to 6th grade when we come back.
As football fans, Raising Cane's believes in rushing quarterbacks, but not our hot, fresh 24-hour marinated chicken. We believe in running out the clock, but never out of our refreshing sweet tea and lemonade. And we believe in supporting our teams with the same passion we have for serving our customers. Because when it comes to football season, we go all out.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
I met James through church.
And now we're actually neighbors. Brandon was always saying that TTCU was different, so I researched it and then we opened an account.
Right now, you can get $100 opening a new checking account, online or in person.
Sometimes when the big banks offer an incentive, it's because the customer service isn't so good. But TTCU is local, you get great service, and they're making an impact on the community. They're just easier to work with. Not-for-profit, member-owned, TTCU.
Green Country Mitsubishi Buy One Drive One sale going on now. Buy a new Outlander and drive a new Mirage for free for 24 months. Only at Green Country Mitsubishi. 2017 7-passenger Outlander, sporty with advanced safety features, only $367 a month for 2 cars with 0 down. Plus the Rockstar 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Buy a new Outlander and drive a new Mirage for free for 24 months. Green Country Mitsubishi in Bixby. Online at gcmitsubishi.com.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, and it's time for our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. Joining us from the 6th grade this year, Blue, Coach Tim Jenny. Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. Appreciate
All right,
it.
well, it's playoff time. We'll talk about that here in just a second. How long have you been coaching the team?
So I've had the team since 1st grade.
Okay.
Obviously, being in 6th grade, we've really seen these boys grow from mighty mites now into 6th grade, becoming young men. So it's been a lot of fun.
All right, overall, your season, have you been pleased with it?
Been real pleased with the season. 6-3 this year. Obviously, have a post-game game this evening, and been a real successful season so far.
All right, let's talk about your team in general, the offense.
Yeah, offense obviously led up front. We got 2 really good guards, Cade Green and Carter Brenneman. Quarterback is Cale Fugate with running back Parker Jenny and Hudson Williams, and really talented out on receiver also there with Connor Edson.
All right, and defensively?
Defensively, we've been really solid, which has kept us in every game this year. Our defense continues to play well. We had 4 shutouts this year, so it's been great.
All right, well, I know that postseason continues, and in that postseason tournament, you're looking forward to one more year with them?
One more year, and then we get to hand these boys off to the high school. It's been extremely enjoyable. We got a great group of kids, a great group of parents, and coaching staff has been excellent. We've all been together for a long time, so it made it a lot of fun watching these kids grow.
Overall, organizationally, you know, you hear this from a lot of coaches. They like to wait from top on down that there's a culture here in Bixby, and I think it extends to the youth. Do you agree?
Totally agree. It's fun to watch because, you know, from 1st grade, everybody's bought in all the way through, and you see everybody when you go to the high school football games on Friday nights. It's a culture, and it's been fantastic to watch, and it keeps building, and we can see these kids getting ready to head into high school, and we know that they're going to continue their success there. So it's been great.
Well, Tim, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on a very successful season. Obviously, wish you the best in the postseason. That's going to do it for the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show, sponsored by Green Country Mitsubishi, and that was our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. Now, for the Spartans, it's playoff time, as we talked about earlier. At home, first round of the playoffs in 6A2, taking on Putnam City West.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Green Country Mitsubishi. We dare you to compare. Communication Federal Credit Union. Connection with you. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love for the game. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Jim Norton Toyota. Come experience the Jim Norton way. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Matthews Ford. Go further with Matthews Ford. Hot Coffee Design. Find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Roofscapes Exteriors, a roofing company you can trust. And by TTCU, the credit union.